This podcast is brought to you by Stevie Wicks and by the Down the Middle podcast.
Come with me to discover the transformative power of kindness and the joy it brings. Join me as we explore every Monday morning simple yet profound ways to elevate your happiness, one gesture at a time.
Wow, fantastic, baby. Dance. I'm gonna dance. Fantastic, baby.
Welcome to another fantastic Monday morning. It is the complete guide to happiness. Hope you had a happy week last week. I hope you're happy today, and I hope this episode makes you even happier, because that's what we're here on the planet for, to be happy. I have a really fantastic interview from a general. He's actually a reverend and a general and an ambassador of peace, and he's our new co-director in Nigeria for the fantastic revolution. And I couldn't have been any happier with the interview. If you're into kindness and happiness, I think you're gonna love the interview. It's been a real fun week for me here in Antigua. You know, every day on the top side of the grass should be a happy day, and I'm very, very happy. Hope you're happy too. So today's quote is from Eleanor Roosevelt, and she said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And I dream of a happier world, a kinder world, a cleaner world. And if you don't dream, you can't achieve your dreams. So you first have to dream, or what I say, conceive. And then after you conceive, you must believe. And then after you believe, then you can achieve. And that's what we're trying to do, make the world a happier place through this show, through my Be Fantastic show, through all my social media blogs, and everything else. So along with that quote, as you know, I send out these to hundreds of groups around the world every day for free. Don't hold it against me, it's free. I wrote, "Join me in my dream of a kinder world. Please join the kindness revolution." That's not one of my better quotes. It's more of a plea to get on board. And, you know, when it goes ballistic and there's celebrities on board, everybody will want to be part of it. But right now, it's just the world's best kept secret. Be kind to yourself, be kind to all others, be kind to Mother Earth, and that will bring you happiness. So what else do I want to say? Oh, what's happened this week? So many things. I tried a comedy routine here in Antigua. You know, I'm not afraid to fail. I will do anything because I have the courage and I don't have fear, which is false expectations appearing real. And failing is just first attempt in learning. So what did I learn from that comedy show? 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Fridays, even though the title was fantastic. It was called Fantastic Fridays Live at 5. I thought that was a fantastic title. And, you know, because I think positively. 5 was not the best time to do, because it's too early. People just getting off work. 8 o'clock in the evening would have been a better time. It was a small little bar in Antigua, but it was fun. I had fun. And the internet didn't work, so I only got a couple minutes on tape. I spoke for 45 minutes, 50 minutes. But, you know, you can't let anything upset you. If you let things upset you, you're not going to be happy, right? So don't let the weather upset you. You can't change the weather. You know, it's raining, it's snowing, it's too hot. You know, deal with it. Don't let it upset you. Because if you let something upset you, you let it. Don't let money upset you. You're thinking money's going to buy you happiness. It's not. Money is not going to buy you happiness. Trust me, I had money. And it buys you shiny things, and it buys you fake friends. Lots of money. Don't let the traffic effect upset you. Because if you let it, that means you probably were stupid because you didn't leave with enough time. In Los Angeles, you know, a 10-minute drive in traffic takes you an hour. So leave an hour early. When you're early, it's less stressful. When you're late, it's very stressful. And when you're late, you're being unaccountable for your actions and disrespectful for the person you're meeting with. Show some respect. Be on time. Be early, especially when it comes to work. Be early to work and leave after work. You're going to get raises, you're going to get promoted, you're going to be more successful. But people want to be late to work and they want to leave early before the work's done. The insanity of humanity. People, get a clue. Be responsible for your actions. Yeah, well, I get so excited. You know, have fun in life. That's what it's all about. Be happy. You know, there's a great song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And that's what this show's all about. So I have a fantastic guest. It was a fantastic interview. I hope you enjoy it. I know you'll enjoy it if you listen to it. And Nigeria, roll out the red carpet. Dr. Fantastic is coming to see you. Nigeria, we have more cities in Nigeria with ambassadors. We have more ambassadors in Nigeria than the other 34 countries we're in Africa. Africa is the oldest continent on the planet. It's the second largest, or vice versa, one of those two things. Maybe the second oldest and the largest continent. I'm not sure. I forget. You know my memory. But it's got a lot of fantastic things. It's got elephants, it's got giraffes, it's got lions and tigers and bears. It's got all kind of fun stuff. And it's got some fantastic people. So I'm looking forward to touring Africa, making a documentary. If you are a documentarian, give me a call. If you're a sponsor that wants to get international lifetime exposure in this documentary, give me a call. If you're an investor and wants to make a few bucks, give me a call. If you're a volunteer and you want to help, give me a call. If you want to invite me for dinner, give me a call. I go where I'm invited. I'm being invited to Nigeria, and it's going to be fantastic. So without further ado, let's get to the general. And after the general, you're going to have another cooking episode. People seem to like my cooking. I love my cooking. I'm a fantastic chef. I just had last night at a restaurant. It was called Pasta Diablo. Oh, it was heavenly. So now I've got a master Pasta Diablo. I put my shopping list together. Cream cheese, milk, butter, all the things that make you fat. By the way, to be happy, you want to be healthy. To be healthy is to exercise and eat well and eat healthy. And I joined a gym a few weeks ago. And after 3 weeks, I believe I've lost about 3 ounces. So I'm very, very happy. An ounce a week eventually adds up, right? So I have a theory, by the way, on losing weight or gaining weight. Some people need to gain weight. Most people need to lose weight. So it's called ELEM. Remember that. Whether you want to lose weight or gain weight, ELEM works. 100% guaranteed, money back guaranteed. Here's how it works. You want to lose weight, eat less and exercise more. ELEM. You want to gain weight, exercise less and eat more. It's so simple. Life is so simple. People just don't get it. And if you listen to Dr. Fantastic, you will get it. Watch some of my 2,100 plus videos on Be Fantastic YouTube. And watch this show, share it. And when you watch one of my videos, whether it's here or on Be Fantastic or on social media, like, subscribe, share. Sharing is caring. Caring leads to kindness. Kindness leads to happiness. And that's why you're watching this show, to be happier. So enjoy the interview. Enjoy the cooking show. And I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, everyone, I am very pleased to introduce to you our week's guest, this week's guest, Ambassador number 10,497 of our Kindness Revolution. He is Reverend Dr. General Ambassador of Peace, Mr. Patrick Benson from Yola, Nigeria. Welcome to the show, General.
Thank you, Doctor.
Are you a retired general?
Not really, still in the service.
Still in the service. Well, bless your heart
Yeah.
for protecting your country.
Thank you.
Okay, so our
Thank you.
my first question to you, General, is how do you define happiness?
Wow. In fact, as long as I'm concerned, in my own words, happiness is something that can never even be described. Reasons are because happiness is what everybody, as long as you remain a human being, needs. And you cannot survive even without happiness. And you discover that happiness is just one thing that as long as we remain human being, we need around us. We actually need it around us. So happiness don't have a specific word to describe, because it's so broad and it's so wide.
Well, you hit it on the nail. We need to be happy. I mean, that's our goal in life, is to be happy. We have a very short time on the planet, the third rock from the sun. But I
Mm.
found that kindness will bring you happiness. I think the kinder someone is, the happier they are, because they're giving, and it's better to give than to get.
Yeah, it's a
And,
fact. In
and
fact,
you're
it's just
giving,
like what other people.
and
It's
you're
just
giving
like what.
yourself as a military man to your country, and that's a fantastic thing, to put your life on the line, to protect your people.
Well, you see, even as I'm talking to you, I am presently in the northeast, in Maiduguri, in Borno State, where we are also always being overwhelmed by the Boko Harams, and the Boko Haram are always there in order to prove to the citizens that they own the land. But you see, through kindness, I'm telling you, we have been reaching out to them, and I think we have been winning the war. It's not by the guns, it's not by the bombs, it's not by the armament we're having, that with the little kindness shown to them, the Boko Harams, I'm talking about the terrorists, the little kindness you discovered we are turning the fight. The fight is having a different face. So we always preach and tell our men to always be kind to everybody around. You know, that is why when I saw this revolution, I have no option to say no to it, because that is exactly what we need at the moment. You know, for everybody to be happy, for everybody to be glad, and we can achieve that without we being kind to each other. So kindness to our men in Nigeria, I think, is one thing that it has become a mandatory thing that everybody must attend to. And honestly, we'll be glad one day to receive you here in Nigeria, to have you to be part of us, because this movement is gaining ground, and our men are embracing it daily. I want to assure you that in our next interview, I'm going to bring other men around so that you can be able to feel and to see what you are winning, especially in our country, in Nigeria.
Well, I look forward to touring all of Africa, but I think we might want to start one country at a time. And seeing how we have more ambassadors of kindness in Nigeria, more cities with WhatsApp groups in Nigeria, like Yola is fantastic, Adamanoa is fantastic, Lagos is fantastic, Abuja is fantastic. I will visit all those cities on this tour. We'll make a documentary, which I feel that the ministries of tourism will benefit from, the ministries of education, because I'm educating people on kindness, will benefit from, and the ministries of environment will benefit from, because I talk about protecting our planet, conserving water, electricity, not littering, not polluting, the things that we need to do individually, because we created the problem. We littered, we polluted, we bought too much, we used too much. So what I call it the third less rule. Use a third less water, use a third less electricity, buy a third less stuff. And we can curb the trash and the pollution. You know, I mean, we polluted our streams, our rivers, our oceans, our seas, our atmosphere, our lands, and now outer space. It's horrible.
Actually, very, very horrible, horrible. But I think one thing I have to tell you, and also to tell everybody that is listening to these broadcasts, is that it's a nation that is achievable, is something that we have to achieve. And I am telling you, we are going to be glad to have you around. And I pray that Nigeria should be the first African country for you to visit. Prince David is there to do the needful, and we all are going to put hands to make sure this revolution is achieved. Is achieved. So I think we have nothing to fear. This is intact, and it's coming at the right time.
quick question for you. I haven't asked this, but I've interviewed a few generals, brigadier generals and what have you. How do we get the military involved in this kindness revolution in Nigeria?
Already the military are involved. As I'm talking to you, that is why I was telling you just some minutes ago. I said in the next broadcast, I promise to bring people. I'm going to bring the combined forces together so that you can also feel them. You will see them, and so that you have the confidence that the military are fully in this system. And as I'm talking to you, I think most of the sectors in the military, we are doing all what we could in order to reach them, you know. And I think we have good numbers of soldiers. The Nigerian Army are part of this movement. The Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Navy, the Civil Defense, and the Nigerian Police are all part of this movement. Personally, from my end, I have bring most of them are in the movement. But you may not know because they refuse to open up their identity, you know. But I am telling you, they are part of your ambassadors. So with a little time, with a very little time, with a very little time, we will take over the Nigerian military.
Music to my ears, and my heart is open for all this because we as a community, the kindness revolution. By the way, it's the kindest revolution that there ever was, because we got to kill them with kindness, right? Not kill them with bullets, kill them with kindness. I think that's the answer.
Yes.
We're on this planet to be happy, and war and greed and violence and slavery and prejudice and all the horrible things that man does it's not bringing happiness. I mean, it's bringing happiness to the rich that are controlling all those things. So let me ask you, what do you do? Are you in the Army, or which service branch are you in?
Yes, I am with the Nigerian Army, and presently, as I'm even talking to you, I am with the chaplaincy, and I'm with the Nigerian chaplaincy. Presently, I head the chaplaincy, and I think everybody in the chaplaincy is under me.
You must know by now about the Global Kindness Pledge, right?
Yeah.
That's for our children. Yeah. And I think any group that's like, if you're addressing a couple hundred ambassador or military folk, army men, and you have them recite after you the pledge, I think that could really inspire them. Because as you know, it goes like this: I pledge to be kind to and love myself, the first most important commitment in life. I pledge to be kind to and strive to love all others, the golden rule. I pledge to be kind to, love, and respect our Mother Earth. We are all fantastic. You are fantastic, and I am fantastic. If we all recite that pledge daily, it manifests positivity, kindness, and love on our self-worth, our confidence. And the children, I need to get the children of the world, of Nigeria, of Abuja, of Adamawa, of all the Lagos of Nigeria, to recite this daily. I just had a speech today to a school, a couple hundred. What was actually the parents of the annual parent teacher meeting, and I told them that I want their school, and they're thinking about it, to be the first school that has every student, every parent, every teacher and faculty an ambassador of kindness. Now that's setting a precedent. I have actually two schools that want to do this, but the first one to the finish line becomes part of history, because when we get the schools to get behind the Global Kindness Pledge, we're going to have a lot of happy people. And this show here is the guide, the complete guide to happiness. Because without happiness, I mean, it's sad. It really is sad. And with
in fact, let me just
go ahead.
Let me elaborate a little. The pledge, the global pledge, the global kindness pledge, Presently, as I'm talking to you, I think we have made it a compulsory in most of the churches, even within the formations of the military. And they can just start their service without reciting the pledge. And I am giving you my words that we will continue in that spirit. As long as the churches are concerned, all the members of the church will definitely recite and be acquainted to the global pledge.
That's
This is one
fantastic.
thing I assure you.
Well, you
And these
submitted
are
your
things that these are things that will bring you to Nigeria to come and see, so that you witness it yourself. You just don't want to be saying it. You know, we are going to make videos of them and send them to you so that you see what is happening in Nigeria. So capturing the schools are not issue at all. We are planning going through the Ministry of Education, through the commissioners, all the commissioners of education in most of the states, to see how we can have the privilege to inculcate the spirit of kindness in our students, even down to the tertiary institution. So God has placed us where we are today in order to move forward, not to remain stagnated. So if today we are putting on this uniform and refuse to run with the spirit of being kindness, then we are going to be getting it wrong. So I am giving you my words. With God being our helper, we are going to move. The speed is going to be high. So Nigeria, anywhere you go, you will be hearing the pledge. I pledge to be kind to myself. I pledge to strive to be kind to everybody around me. I pledge to be kind to the Mother Earth. We are fantastic. You are fantastic. And I am fantastic. That is all you are going to be hearing when you come to Nigeria. I assure you. I assure you.
That pledge will change the world, my friend. It will change the world, I promise you.
It has changed me.
And
It
listen
has
to
changed
this.
me. The
Listen
pledge
to
has
this.
changed me. I have a testimony.
Listen, it's
The
not
pledge
business.
has changed me.
It's not commercial. It's not business. This is my gift to the world. It's not political and it's not religious. It's just for the future of humanity. Because as I say in my speeches, what's going on in the world, it's a broken world, it's a divided world, it's a greedy world. There's too much violence, there's too many wars, there's too much protesting, there's too much poverty, there's too much negativity, and there's too much evil, and we can correct it by people having more Patricks in the world, you know, that that get on board and put a little effort. I'm not saying I put every day into this. I put my life and my blood into this. I don't expect people to do that. When I pay people, I expect them to do that. Right now, it's 10,700 volunteers. But when I pay people to be an admin or director, then we're really going to do some fantastic things. But right now, it's people doing it from the heart, doing it because they see the vision, they see my vision. I have a vision of a kinder world. And it's people like you that really keep me going. That because you just joined recently, not too long ago. Actually almost 300
Yes.
people have joined since you joined, which was what, a month ago? I don't know. Um, Hard to keep track. But you got it,
Yes.
and people are getting it quicker. Some people it takes a year after becoming an ambassador to get involved or to see the light, because we're so consumed with making money. We're so consumed with that, and we have to pay the bills. We have to, put a roof over our head and feed our families. But you got to put a little effort into helping others, just a little. I'm not saying your whole life. I'm not saying be Mother Teresa. You know what I'm saying? But we just put 2 minutes a day. I'm only asking people 2 minutes a day, even less, to forward the daily quotes, the motivational quotes that I put out every day. It's not a lot. But when you invite anybody, I would love all the military to get involved with this. That would be incredible because I think Nigeria is setting the standard. We have more cities in Nigeria with ambassadors. We have more ambassadors than any of the other 34 countries we're in Africa, in Nigeria. So Nigeria is setting the bar, and I'm very proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Well, you made me so happy today to all these kind things you're saying and that you want to help bring the military in. That's going to be fantastic. You know what I just decided yesterday? Every Monday morning on Zoom here, I'm going to do an open call. You can call in. I'll send the link out to everyone. People can call in, ask questions, contribute, give some advice, give some suggestions, give some introductions. I want to meet your president. I want to meet the president of Nigeria. I want to sit down with them and explain how the Global Kindness Pledge will put Nigeria on a world stage like no other. If he can dictate to the school system that we are demanding that all teachers make their students recite this pledge daily, not once a month, daily. It will manifest into them being more self-confident. It will manifest into less bullying, less violence. It will manifest itself into a cleaner environment. It will manifest itself into a happier Nigeria. So I got to get to the president. Even if let's just say I get to your boss. I mean, you have a few bosses. The Brigadier General. Who's your top general in the Army?
Is the CDS, the Chief of Defense Staff.
Do you know him?
Very well, General Musa, very well.
Okay, we need to get General Musa to be an ambassador of kindness. M-U-S-A? Is his first name? Is that his first name, Musa?
General Musa. Yes, Musa. Christopher Musa.
Hold on a minute.
General Christopher Musa.
I'm sorry?
Christopher. Yes, Musa.
Okay, well, you're going to text me the correct spelling. He just became ambassador number 10,700.
Wow.
And I don't know, 700 and something. I'll figure out in a minute. Every day, Patrick, people join from all over the world. Every day. Sometimes 5, sometimes 15. As I said, that the speech I made today, probably 200 people from that school will join as ambassadors because they get it. And they want to be the first school that the entire faculty, all the parents and all the kids are ambassadors of kindness. And here's the biggest problem, Patrick. This is free. Humans don't respect free because they don't see any inherent value because they didn't pay anything for it. But the smart ones like you get it. And that's what we can only start with the smart ones. A lot of people, for some reason, because I'm white and I'm helping Africa, they think it's a scam. Well, how can a white man help the black man? I mean, that's so prejudiced, it's not even funny. I don't like that. And I'm going to prove to the Nigerians and all the other 34 countries I'm in. I'm not in all 56 countries yet, but when I get in all 56 countries, we're going to unite Africa and we're going to make Africa fantastic, great again. It's make Africa great again. MAGA. It's the same
possible.
MAGA as Trump.
It's possible.
Make Africa great again.
It's very possible. It's very possible.
It's all getting me to the general. And wait a minute, the general probably knows the president. I imagine.
Of course.
So, I always said, as far as introductions go, I always say in a big corporation, introduce me to the janitor. The janitor knows the guard. The guard knows the secretary. The secretary knows the boss. The boss knows the owner. Get me to the one person because my mission, my speech, I've been doing it for many years, over 7 years. To the person, nobody is rejecting what I'm saying because science, logic, and tens of, not hundreds of thousands of people have heard me speak, and they all agree. Kindness can solve all the world's problems, but it's one step at a time. Get me to Cristobal. And hopefully Cristobal becomes an ambassador. I'm sure he will want to be. Get me to all the generals you
He
know.
will. He will.
Get me to
He
all.
will. I'm going to. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to hook up with him. I'm going to talk with him and see how two of you I can connect you people so that you can talk. Yes, that is very, very possible. He has traveled now, he's not in the country, but as soon as he returns back to the country, I am going to see him personally and I will make sure you have a talk with him.
Well,
This is an assurance. I'm giving
I
you
just
an assurance.
I just put the football in your hands. Now go for the touchdown.
I will, I will, I will, I will, I
You
will.
made my
And
day.
I'm going to surprise you. I will surprise you. Meeting the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not a difficult task. It's never a difficult task. And he is a man, a very lovely man, a man that we so much love to meet with you. So we are going to discuss with the staff officers, and if possible, you will meet them. You have the Army, the Navy, Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force to meet. So you are going to meet with them. This I assure you. This is
I
an
tell you what,
assurance. You are going to meet.
let's plan this. This is Saturday. On Monday at 8 o'clock my time, which I believe is 2 or 3 o'clock your time. I think it's 7 hours. Uh,
Yeah,
right now it's
6 hours.
6 hours.
What
Let's
is the
try to get as
what is the
many.
time over there? What is the time? What is the
Right
time
now
over there?
it's 20 to 10 right now.
Okay, here is 16:37 0 hours.
Yeah.
Here is 16:34, 16:37 now.
Okay. So that's 6 hours.
Yes,
I'm bad at
6
math.
hours.
Okay, so let's try. We'll talk more over the weekend. Let's try to get as many generals on that call on Monday on a Zoom call here as we can, and let's try to inspire them, and let's see how far we can take this football.
Yes, it's very possible. And I will do my best. I will do my best. It's a pledge. I'm going to do my best.
All we can do is our
I'm going to
best.
put in my best.
All we
I'll
can do.
put in my money, put in my time into this struggle and to make sure we are all moving together in the same page. So it's very possible.
That's
I'm
fantastic.
going to give you a very big surprise.
Okay,
Yes.
I love it. So now let's talk
Yes.
about your hometown. Tell me about it's Yola or Adamawa or both.
Adamawa. Adamawa is my hometown. Adamawa, Yola are together. They are together. They are together. You know,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how. It's very big. It's a very big state. So Adamawa is the state, while Yola is just the capital. But they are all together. They are all
Okay.
in the same location.
Well, I
Yes,
ask a
in
lot
the
of
same
people.
location.
I ask a lot of people, what
Yes.
city are they from? And they'll say Nigeria. And I said, well, wait a minute. Nigeria is a country. I want to know what village you're from, what
Yes.
town you're from, what city you're from, because we
Yes.
need to get at least one ambassador in every city on the planet, spreading kindness locally. It's tough to spread it nationally, but we will. But if all the cities come together and all the villages and all the towns come together with at least one or two ambassadors, reaching out, spending a minute a day to say, this is pretty fantastic. You might want to consider just using the word fantastic, because the word fantastic, as you know, makes you smile. That releases stress, anxiety, and depression and makes you happy. Smiling makes you happy. Laughing makes you happy, right? So words matter. They say Black lives matter, and they do. All lives matter, but words matter more because words affect water, and we're mostly water, like 80% water. And they've done studies that words affect people, they affect plants, and they affect the molecule of the water. So if I say bad words to someone, not only their mental state is off, but their physical state is agitated because the molecule of water, and they looked under a microscope, is distorted like mud. Now, when you say kind words to someone, they look at the molecule of water and it's like a snowflake. It's called the Kyoto Water Study. It's science, it's facts. Words affect humans. So saying kind words like, have a fantastic day, or you're doing a fantastic job, or you look fantastic. It's magical. And if I could just get everyone saying have a fantastic day rather than have a good day, I'll accomplish something very fantastic in the world. I really will have. And with your help, we're going to.
Yeah, yeah. We will.
Now,
For sure.
I got you on camera saying the pledge. I'm going to edit that. It's going to go on the website, the Foundation for World Harmony.org, which is our charity site. And it's going to, on the pledge, the kindness pledge page. You did a fantastic job, by the way. And if you, when you watch it, you'll see that you're smiling the entire time because it's energetic. It's infectious. And again, the smile reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. Now, Patrick, they say 70% of humans are depressed. You know why? Because they're thinking negative thoughts. They're associating with negative people. They're doing negative things. Get away from negativity. Delete it. Delete negative thinking and negative people from your life. They're cancerous to your health. You're not going to be happy if you're in a negative environment, if you're thinking negatively, if you're acting negatively. You can't be happy. And this, my friend, is the complete guide to happiness. I was invited to host this show. The Be Fantastic channel, of course, as you know, it has no business, politics, or religion in it. It's just kindness. And what's happening now is I'm putting out kindness every day, but now we've got admin that are getting on the bandwagon and putting out kindness posts, which really makes me happy that people are getting it. So exciting. It really is the kindness revolution.
Yes.
And you are now a general in the kindness revolution. I want you to control all the generals. I want you to be in charge of the generals.
I am going to bring them to this platform. This platform is great. This platform is a place to be. This platform changed lives of people. It changed our thoughts. It changed our mentality. So I will do all what I could to make sure I bring as many as possible. Today, I'm going to sign in, I think, 2 or 3 of them, because I'm going to talk to them. The person will be having a meeting with them by 6 o'clock. So I'm going to be with them, and we are going to talk about it. And it's an assurance that we are going to get it right. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic.
Music to my ears, my friend. Music to my ears. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And this interview won't air till March, unfortunately. But you know what we can do, and what we will do, maybe in the next coming days when you have some time, we'll do another interview for the Be Fantastic channel, which we could spread immediately to Nigeria, all the groups in Nigeria and the world, because this conversation, to me, is very important. The fact that you get it and that you can get to the president and you can get to more generals and you can get the military behind this and we can get the schools involved. I mean, to me, Nigeria is going to set the bar. I think that, and it should set the bar. Matter of fact, as you know, Nigeria has a bad rap around the world because of some scammers, and there's scammers in every country. But unfortunately, Nigeria is got some of the best scammers, I guess. I don't know. But we need to show people, we need to show the people of the world, and that's what my documentary, if I do Nigeria and I tour Nigeria, it'll be a documentary showing how kind the Nigerians are, how beautiful the country is, how beautiful the people are. So, and that documentary is going to benefit sponsors, it's going to benefit investors, is when you do a documentary, it lasts forever. And Nigeria needs to show the world how fantastic it is. how fantastic the military
Oh,
is, how fantastic the
yes,
country is.
yes.
So, and all it takes is money, and it doesn't take a lot. I'm not doing this for money, as you know. But if I have enough money to travel throughout Nigeria, have a few meals every day. I love to eat. I'm a great chef. A roof over my head, transportation. If I just have the costs covered with a film crew needs to get paid. I don't need to be paid. If we can get the funding together for that, I'll promise you, Nigeria is going to really thank me at the end of the day, and you. Doesn't take much money. I will need a military escort though, because I hear there are some bad people still in Nigeria.
No, you have no problem with that. You have no problem with that.
And we can,
You have
as
no
I
problem.
tour and I talk to the schools, we can tell the community, let's get the music going. Let's have every time I'm doing a speech, let's have a party. Let's celebrate kindness and love and giving and truth and harmony and peace and all those fantastic things that we need to spread. And I'm sure there's lots of musicians in in Abuja, in Lagos, in Adamawa. I mean, I'm sure there's some great people that alongside me can talk. I mean, I'm not going to be the only one talking at these speeches. I want you to speak. I want the president to speak. I want the reverends and the generals and everyone to get on stage and talk about kindness.
It's very possible. There are some bishops and some archbishops that will also join this movement. The Prince David is already working on that. We are doing a very fantastic work there because Prince David is a man that is upstanding.
David's
I hope
fantastic.
you are aware that he's a politician. Yeah, I hope you know he's a politician.
I don't know a whole lot about David. I know that he's our director in Nigeria, and he's fantastic. He doesn't have a whole lot of time to dedicate to this, but he is helping. And it's all we have is time, and time is money, and we have to make a living, and I understand that. But David, who brought you in, is a pretty fantastic person. Now you need to get back to him after this call and tell him what a great conversation we had and what you just promised, and get him fired up to move. Because as you know, we're on the Foundation for World Harmony, which is a charity in America, is under his NGO, Hands Up. So we are now authorized to spread the word in Nigeria under his NGO umbrella, which is fantastic. He's a fantastic man.
Yeah. We're waiting. Yeah, he is a very fantastic man. He's a man I respect so
he's
much.
in charge. He's in charge of Nigeria, and hopefully he'll be able to be part of the tour and speak at some events, because he probably can't speak at all of it. I'll speak on every city that we have ambassadors in, because I think we have 20 or 25 different cities now in Nigeria, which is a start. And as long as we grow those numbers, I'll visit all the cities where we have a good gathering, and they want to hear me, and they want to hear the local admin, because the admin in every one of those cities is supposed to be spreading the word like you're going to be doing. I think you're the admin in Adamawa. Is that correct? Yeah. And it takes 2 seconds a day. You read the quote that I put out every day for free, read the quote and forward it to your group. That's 2 seconds work. And a lot of people can't or won't or can't afford the bandwidth, or I don't know what they're doing. But we need more people like you that get it.
You will get it. You already have more. You already have more.
Inspire people to be kind. Encourage them to be kind. Show them that the rewards of kindness. A lot of poor people will say, well, what's in it for me to be part of this? They actually will say that. I want people like you that say, how can I help? That's where we're going to make a difference in the world. How can I help? And there's a saying from Dr. Seuss. He said, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing will get better.
You
it
have
will not.
The ball, and we are going to keep on kicking it. So we will get.
You're fantastic, Patrick. I'm so happy. You really made my day. Thank you so much. So, in closing,
thank you very much. Thank you.
In closing,
I'm so happy having you.
In closing, I want you to talk to the people of Nigeria and all the cities that are part of this. Give a closing thought to the Nigerians.
Wow, this is an honor. this and honor. To my people, I want to really encourage everybody, especially in Nigeria, to strive hard to be fantastic. You can't just sit down there and you make it work. You have to put it in action, not just words. And God Almighty is behind us because this is a good movement. So don't be afraid of anything. Let's put our voices together and let this thing work. We have no option. Everybody is crying that things are difficult. Things are very difficult in Nigeria. But I'm telling you, with just a little smile of kindness, you can put in confidence in somebody. You can transform somebody. So every day, I'm urging you, go out there, look for somebody to put a little smile on his face. Put a smile in somebody's face. Somebody needs it. You don't need cash. You don't need money to do that. Just a smile will go a very long way. So we are together and we are going to get it right. Please, if you need any money, talk to us. We are together. We are in Nigeria. Dr. Fantastic is far from us, but we are here. So let's put our hands together to bring him here to this country so that he can be able to see physically what he has been advocating for. And by so doing, I am sure he's going to be encouraged. So the last word from me, let's be encouraged. Let's keep talking it. Let's keep saying it. And let's keep doing it. Thank you, and always remain fantastic. Thank you.
You're fantastic, Patrick. Thank you so much. I'm going to actually have this closing remark edited, and we're going to distribute it now.
Okay?
Have a fantastic weekend, Patrick. Call anytime. I live right now, every day, every moment, to make the world a kinder place. So I'm always, my phone is always open. You can call me anytime, especially if you got the president or some more generals online. Mondays, let's put together a call with as many important people as you can, and let's just keep moving the ball forward.
Okay. No
Thank you,
problem.
Patrick.
No problem.
God
Thank you
bless.
very much.
How's it going, everybody? It's Jake from the Down the Middle podcast, and I'm going to take a quick moment to invite you to check out our show, which airs every other Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on YouTube. If you love pro wrestling, you're definitely going to want to check this out. We talk about the latest in pro wrestling.
AEW's pay-per-views are rough, man, and it's obvious. Like, Tony Khan is booking for Tony Khan, and it's obvious because Tony Khan has clinical freaking ADHD, but the kind where like you can hyper focus on the thing you love. And he's like, I legitimately want to watch wrestling for 7 hours. It's like, Tony,
Now everybody else does.
hardly
Hardly
anybody else
Yeah.
does.
We talk about some of our favorite things in pro wrestling.
One of the best promos ever. Like, can we just say, like, I had fucking goosebumps. And here's the thing, I know it's a work, but I'm watching that and I'm like, I think MJF might have duped somebody.
And we have a hot take here and there, too.
Nothing against Riho. It's just like, do you think the audience is fucking stupid? Riho weighs 98 pounds.
The vast majority of great moments in professional wrestling have nothing to do with the move. Don't get me wrong, the moves are part of it. Cena's like, I don't even remember how I won. Everybody remembers this.
But the best part about our show is that you are part of the conversation. So check out the show and join in the fun.
Did you enjoy that interview with the general? It was fantastic. Well, now, you guessed it. It's that time for the show for Dr. Fantastic Cooks. You're going to get one of my fantastic, easy, fast, delicious, and economical recipes. And so pour that cocktail, because you got to have a cocktail when you watch my show. Because even if you didn't like it, it's not so bad. But when you're cooking and you have that cocktail and it doesn't come out well, you don't mind so much. don't get upset. Like I tell you time and again, don't let the fact that the meal didn't come out right affect you. You tried. Don't be afraid to fail. It's first attempt in learning. Getting in the kitchen, teaching the kids to cook, learning how to cook, cooking, eating. It's all fantastic. So enjoy the episode, and I'll see you at the end of the show. Enjoy. I have no idea which episode they're going to pick out because there's hundreds of them from all over the world. And typically, I'm having fun. And so typically, when you watch someone having fun, you have fun. Maybe it makes you happy. Maybe it makes you smile. Maybe you learn something. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
This recipe is going to knock your socks off. Cajun pasta with white sauce. It's fantastic. Episode of Dr. Fantastic Cooks. This one is specifically designed to go into the complete guide to kindness after the fantastic interview from General Patrick. And I'm very, very happy. I'm a happy man. And when I'm happy, I cook. And when I'm happy, I eat. And when I'm happy, I drink a little bit. And so this episode, I went all out. I went, the other night I went out to dinner and I had pasta Diablo, and it was off the charts. I wanted to do it, but for some reason I deviated, and I'm going to make pasta shrimp Diablo. And so I'm going to go through the process, and then I'm going to show you some videos of while it's happening. But as you know, the first element is to have a cocktail, because if it doesn't come out, you don't feel so bad. But it seems to me it always comes out. Maybe because I had the cocktail, I don't know. But the general has already sent me videos of the hotel he's put me up at, or the government has put me up at. I'm not sure which. He's arranged for 8 armed guards to protect me. Because, a lot of people don't like kindness in the world. But, Nigeria isn't, it's got some violence. All countries have violence. But I'm going to be safe and sound. A lot of people say I shouldn't go. But danger's my middle name. But Niagara's stepping up, and at least I could do is come there and meet all our fantastic ambassadors there and share some great speeches and some great advice and some motivation. And I'm really looking forward to that trip. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe more. We'll see what happens. And then again, maybe it falls all apart. The government says, no, he's a terrorist. Because, they thought I was a spy when I was doing the fantastic movement in Egypt. Because I walked around giving out flyers. Matter of fact, I would eat noodles for months on end so I could afford to pay for some flyers that talked about the Be Fantastic philosophy. And so I got stopped all the time because they didn't like people distributing flyers because they thought it was propaganda and they thought I was a spy. And I got stopped so many times. They really did think I was a spy. I got some inside information on that. So I'm going to walk through the process of what I'm going to do today or tonight for this meal. Again, I think eating is one of life's fantastic pleasures. I should be 300-400 pounds, and maybe I'll get there one day. But right now, I've been exercising because, the first commitment is to be kind to yourself. And exercise is important. Eating well is important. Thinking positive, of course, is important. And I think after 3 weeks, I've lost about 3 or 4 ounces. I'm pretty sure. But you feel great after exercising. It's the endorphins, the dopamine, and the serotonin that come from exercising. The body rewards the mind for doing fantastic things for it. Saying kind words is the same thing. Smiling, saying the word fantastic makes you smile, which really does the same things. So here are the ingredients. I decided to go, I couldn't find fettuccine. So I went with this, it's like a macaroni largo. It's a large macaroni. So I'm going to mix it with the regular spaghetti because I like being different. So I obviously going to have to cook this a little bit longer than this. So I'll put this in first, then put that in later. And of course you want to cook your pasta al dente. So boil water and put the pasta in the pot. A little salt, maybe a little oil if you like. So in this recipe, I'm going to put about 1 pound of shrimp, deveined shrimp. I'm going to cover that with a Cajun spice and maybe a little paprika at the end. And then saute it very quickly. I mean, just like a minute, not even a minute on each side, a medium heat. Just so it turns a little bit pink because you want it finish off in the sauce after that. So then I'm going to take these beautiful chorizos. It calls for, some of the recipes call for andouille sausage. I'm not going to use that. I have these on hand. So I'm going to take the casing off, slice it thin, fry it, and then add that in as well. Salt and pepper, of course. Now, when I make the sauce, the roux, I guess some people call it, I'm going to use a cup of heavy cream. I'm going to use probably 1/3 of a cup of butter. So I'm going to melt the butter, put the cream in, put a couple tablespoons of flour in because that's a thickening agent. A little salt and pepper. I'm going to put the Parmesan in the sauce itself, and then saute that, get it nice and thick and delicious. And then combine all the ingredients. At that point, I'm probably just going to after the sauce is done and the pasta is cooked and it's time to eat, because it's only going to take 5 minutes, put the shrimp into the roux with the cooked sausage, mix it up, get it hot, and then pour it over the spaghetti and the large macaroni, and a little bit of wine, of course. You're gonna have a little wine with your meal. You use, of course, the extra virgin olive oil to saute the shrimp. That's the process, and I'll show you some videos along the way, so you can enjoy another Dr. Fantastic recipe. You know, cooking. Everyone should learn how to cook, because you can't rely on anybody else. It's nice to go to a fancy restaurant. It's nice to go to a regular restaurant. But I mean, my kitchen here is the best restaurant in Antigua, and I'm living like a king. And this isn't a whole lot of money. This was 40 quetzales, which is for a pound of shrimp, there's 7, so it's like $5, a little over $5 for the shrimp. This is my 6 came in a package for 40, about the same price. The cream was only 12, which is $1.50. The butter is a little bit expensive, not too bad. The beer, about $1.50. And this is I got it from a specialty shop, the Parmesan cheese. It's delicious. And that's the ingredients. You know, what is a couple of tablespoons of flour cost? You know, not much. But again, I'm just very, very happy today that Nigeria is really getting behind the kindness revolution. There's a lot of fantastic people there, and I look forward to meeting them in person. David, who is our director in Nigeria, he's the one who introduced me to the general. And the general says he's going to introduce me to the president of Nigeria, if not at least the vice president. He's been a general for 30 years. Great guy. 100% behind what we're doing. And this is for the world, not just for Nigeria. I can't wait to talk to the kids, because I motivate kids like nobody else, because they are our future. And they need to believe in themselves. They need to love themselves. I unfortunately had a horrible childhood, was put down, told I was stupid, beat and everything else. But I came out okay, I guess. Some people say no, some people say yes. A lot of people say I'm crazy to try to save the planet from the insanity of humanity. But I'm trying, and with your help, we can make a dent. And I've made a dent with over 10,700 ambassadors of kindness in 147 countries. I'm very, very proud of that. Why shouldn't I be? And anyway, so I'll put it on pause, and I'll show you as I cook and I create, and it's going to be a delicious meal. Every meal. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy. I just watched the last episode was my crispy. I actually watched it this morning. My crispy grilled cheese sandwich with a pita bread. It's off the charts. You invert the pita and you butter it and fry it, and it gives it a crispy, wonderful texture. It's the best grilled cheese sandwich you'll ever eat. My guacamole on this channel is to die for. It's famous. My pizzas are pretty darn good. I would say fantastic. Made one that last night. It was off the charts. So if you follow my recipes and have fun in the kitchen, you'll be fantastic. Okay, let's get to the kitchen. Or the stove, as it were. So as you can see, I did a generous coating of Cajun seasoning on the shrimp. And I'll cook it for about a minute and flip it over and do the same with the other side. And like I say, undercook it. Overcooked shrimp is horrible. And then I'll set this aside. So this was literally about 20 seconds of cooking. So I took it off the heat to turn it so it wouldn't overcook while I'm turning them, each individual one. And then another coating of Cajun. And again, another 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and I'll put it aside. It'll cook because it's already warm, and it'll cook more when it's in the roux. As you can see, I took it off the burner and put it into a bowl. And I left a little bit aside for a shrimp cocktail because I like shrimp cocktails. Now it's time to cook the sausage. And you can use all kind of different sausages. You can even use chicken if you want. I used the same pan without cleaning it after the shrimp because it's all the same thing. So why would you clean the pan and put more olive oil in and saute the meat? So, and that's how that goes. And then I'll set this aside. And they'll both be cold by the time I cook the pasta because I'm doing this beforehand. And they're waiting for me. And in the same pan, without cleaning it again, I am going to make the roux on a very low heat, stirring constantly. And then after the butter is melted in there, I'll add 2 tablespoons of flour to thicken it. And there is the masterpiece. I threw a little mozzarella, fresh grated mozzarella. I made some fresh ground, garlic bread, a little wine. This is shrimp cocktails. And the sauce is unbelievable. I mean, I really outdid myself. Hold on one second. Yep, it's fantastic. Really delicious. Wish you were here. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share.
Thanks for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed the cooking episode. I'm sure you enjoyed the interview with the general, the reverend, the doctor, the ambassador of peace, the ambassador of kindness. What a fantastic human being. Patrick, you're wonderful if you're watching this. He's now our co-director in Nigeria, and he's going to roll out the military, and we're going to tour in Nigeria and have a fantastic time. And that's going to make me happy. I hope it makes a lot of Nigerians happy. I hope if you're part of it, you're going to be happy. And I hope you, like I said, I hope you, this episode brought a little happiness to you, because it's the complete guide to happiness. It's the secret to happiness. I have the secret to happiness. Be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. What happened there? Oh my God, a malfunction. Oh, the studio's falling apart. The sky is falling. Have a fantastic week. Whatever you're doing that's making you happy, keep doing it.
Dr. Fantastic along life's way, and I heard him say, you gotta say, I am fantastic, la la la, I am fantastic. You can feel it if you say it. It ain't a game, you gotta learn how to play it. Fantastic, fantastic. Just listen to the doctor. He's a rocker. He walks around all day. He ain't plastic. He's not sarcastic.